Good morning, Jenn Jenkins here, your Phoenix homegirl with Brokers Hub Realty. Today I'm coming at you because I had a super interesting conversation with a friend of mine a couple days ago, and I was like, I wonder if other people think the same thing that she does. So I thought it was only worthwhile for me to hop on here and talk about a listing appointment. So when you are ready to list your home, typically you call a real estate agent, you say, I want to list my house, I'd love to interview you. So it's not always this guaranteed when somebody calls me, slam dunk, they love me, we connect, I tell them all the right things. It doesn't always happen. I come over, I have what I think is an awesome listing presentation that I go over with a client or potential client. I go through the process of selling your home, because even though we are in a seller's market, that doesn't mean that we just take a few pictures, slap that puppy on the market and watch the crazy happen. Like, we make a plan. When the house is even at its best, just think of how much higher those offers might be versus, I'm just gonna throw it on and not do anything. So we sit down, I make a plan, I go through what buyers are looking for right now, I talk about where the market is, I go over comparable properties that are in the area and tell you where I think the price point needs to be at. I go over all the monies that are involved, because guess what, sellers? You have the bulk of the fees when it comes to a real estate transaction. So I go over all of the monies that are involved. I talk about how I work. I talk about professional pictures. I talk about virtual tours. I talk about MLS schedulings. I mean, it's everything. It's a lot of information. And at the end of it, obviously, I hope the person falls in love with me and how I do business, but it's not always the case, and that's okay. I mean, it was a very difficult thing when they don't pick you. You're like, oh, I thought that went really well. And then you realize, not so well. Or when I see a home that I went up against another agent and it's listed for less, I was like, whoa. They actually went with somebody else who told them it was worth less money. So it's just crazy out there. So I just thought it was, something worthwhile to let you know that, yes, I do still have to get interviewed for those listing appointments. I love listing appointments. Really, I have a goal. I would like to have 10 more listing appointments this year. So, if you know anybody, help a sister out here. But it helps me grow in my business when I get those no's. But it also just helps to inform people about the whole listing process and how I'm here to hold your hand from start to finish. So that was my little tidbit of information for today. Thank you to the friend who brought that up. I appreciate it. And again, if you know anybody who is looking for just the most joyful realtor out there, or a realtor who is reliable and 100% genuine in her approach, I am your girl. I hope you have a great day. Bye.